Hi, my name is Dana Kerr, and I will be your instructor for Math 1324 Finite Math this summer. I just wanted to do a quick introduction and kind of show you around Blackboard a little bit and the way I've organized things so that we can complete this asynchronous course without too many issues. So first of all, just a little bit about this course. It is very algebra heavy. I expect you to come in with some algebra knowledge, but I will refresh your memory on some things as we go. And what you'll notice is we do a lot of algebra with business applications. Supplies you will need for this course are the textbook that's outlined in the syllabus, as well as either a TI-83 or TI-84 calculator. And then with your textbook, you should get MyLab Math access. And once the course is live, which it should be if you're watching this video, you'll be able to see instructions on how to join that online course through that. MyLab Math is where you will do your homework assignments. And one more thing about calculators, you will be able to use your calculator on all assignments and tests throughout this course. So you do want to make sure you have access to one of those calculators. If you're going to get a different calculator, make sure you contact me by email or during office hours so that we can make sure it has financial solver that we will use towards the end of the course. Okay, now I'm going to show you some things in Blackboard, the way that I've organized the course. So when you first click on the course, this is the screen that should be up, and my welcome video will be added here once this is complete. This link right here, this file will give you the instructions on how to register for MyLab Math. And then this file right here is your summer calendar. When you open this, you'll see kind of the way that I have planned for the course to be laid out. You will have some flexibility on due dates. Basically, everything for test number 1 is marked to be due by the 16th. And then that will give you some time to review or go ahead and take the test if you choose so. But you'll see once you get into MyLab Math what your due dates are for your homework. But basically, you just have to get all of it done before you take test number 1. So you'll notice that we have test number 1, and then the material for test number 2 we cover pretty quickly. So we take that test, and then a couple more weeks we'll take test 3, and then test 4. And I just realized this is not the exact up-to-date schedule. This that's marked on July 19th is not correct. So I need to update this calendar to the correct thing. And I'll get that taken care of. If you'll click on course content, you can see the calendar in sort of a different format. Oh, this is where I placed the updated one. Sorry, this is not the thing I was thinking about, a different format. So I changed dates just a little bit. The things that are in kind of this golden color at top are more notes for myself, but roster certification just means I go in and verify that you've been attending class. And to be considered attending this class, I need to see that you log in and have some activity at least 3 days per week. And that can be activity through Blackboard or through the MyLab Math. And then we're at mid-semester on July 7th. And then on July 15th begins this project. It's called a Required Angelina College Core Assessment. It's really just one big word problem that has you do a few more things outside of the content of our course, such as creating a report in Excel and using data in Excel to create a graph. But you are given instructions for that. You're given some instructions that are written, but you will not be given much more guidance from me outside of that, because the whole point is to see if you, as a college student, can complete the questions with the content that we've learned, but then be able to apply your other knowledge of things like Microsoft Excel. So you get a week to complete that. What we call an assessment is really just one big word problem assignment. The last day you can withdraw from this class and get a W on your transcript is July 18th. And then you take your final exam by August the 10th. It will be open and available to you on both the 9th and the 10th. You can choose whenever you want to take it. I have to have grades turned in by 10 a.m. the next morning. Okay. So you can kind of see through that calendar that we have 5 modules. So when you log in, you see that calendar, you see registration instructions for MyLab Math, but then you'll also see the 5 modules. The first 4 each have an exam. So when I go into module 1, you're going to see all of the things laid out that apply to the module 1 or exam number 1. You have a place to go see notes. There you will see my handwritten notes as well as my videos that I'm recording, formula sheets that will be available to you to use when we test. And then I also have a file with word problems. So the majority of your notes will be handwritten notes, but I did go ahead and type up the word problems that go along with my lessons so that you don't have to copy those over by hand. And then there's an exam review with each module. So if you go into module 2, you'll see something very similar. There are some other files that will be populated once we get to module 2. All the way down to module 5, I've already posted the final exam review so that you can look at that at any point. I wouldn't do that until the very end though. And module 5 does not have its own exam. That material is just included in the final exam with the other 4, comprehensive final. Okay, when we test in this course, we will be testing using HonorLock. You'll see this down at the bottom. That's more for me. But I receive a report that basically verifies that you are in a room alone. You don't have anybody sitting with you, assisting you on a test. You're not flipping through a textbook or a notebook, looking at your notes for the test. You do have the ability to use a calculator and your formula sheets. Basically what HonorLock does is it will record you as you take the test. And then upon completion, it will flag certain parts in the video that I may need to review to make sure that there's nothing suspicious going on. But that's what this bottom piece is. When you take a test using HonorLock, you have 15 minutes from the time you submit your test to upload your work. So you can scan pictures using your phone. If you have a scanner on your computer printer at home, however you want to provide, there will be a Dropbox that you provide your work for every test to, so that I can see the work that went along with your test questions. I think we've talked about the core assessment. Oh, and as I said, the videos are posted. So if I go into module 1 and into module 1 notes, you can see one folder that says videos and then the written notes. The written notes will take you to a Google folder that has just PDF copies of my handwritten notes after I finish the lesson. And then if I go in videos, you can see each of the videos that I've provided already. So I have the first week of content already out there. And by the first week, I mean according to this calendar. So 1-2 through 2-2 will be posted. And by the end of this week, I will have the next week's worth of videos posted. So I'll try to post those a week at a time, a week in advance, and then you can work at your own pace from there. When you go into MyLab Math, as I said before, you can see the due dates, but pretty much the due dates are just due before you take the exam for that module. And then my office hour, I have set an office hour for Thursday at 3 p.m. When you log into Blackboard, you'll come over here to collaborate, and there is a standing meeting set for Thursdays at 3. I chose that date and time just because that gives you a chance to go through the week, work on your content, and gather whatever questions you may have. But I'm also available outside of that time if you just schedule that with me. So send me an email. If you need time before that or after that, I will schedule that when I'm available. I do have some weeks during the summer that I won't be available at all through Collaborate, but I can be available through email all summer long. But starting today, June 6th through Wednesday of this week, I will pretty much be unavailable. I'm taking my son to his college registration this week. But after that, we'll be checking my email. So if you have any questions or run into any issues, feel free to contact me there. And then the week of June 20th, I will only be available through email. But outside of that, I can meet with you whenever we need to schedule an office hour. Just send me an email. And otherwise, I'll be logged in at 3 p.m. on Thursdays. So let me know if you have any questions, and I hope you have a great first week.